The need for this exercise is certainly much clearer today than when it was first planned. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we have known that the European security architecture, as we have assumed it for decades, no longer functions, and that national defense must therefore take a much greater importance.
Marian Duris is a foreign policy and international relations analyst, and he also serves as an advisor to a member of the European Parliament and joins us live from the Slovakian capital, Bratislava. Thank you for your time. Obviously, this is an important exercise in terms of training, but how much of this do you think is an important show of strength to Russia?
It's important from two sides. It's important to exercise as some kind of signal for Ukraine and as some kind of signal for Russia. First aspect we can say for Ukraine and their commitment or efforts on the battlefield, which now counteroffensive is running, of course. And for Russia, it's kind of a signal of power of NATO, and this measure or size of this exercise, which is unprecedented. So air defender is really important signal for NATO to inside of NATO and to Ukraine, but I'm not really sure if it will be so significant signal to Russian side. So we can say about some importance in the sense of NATO and Ukraine, because it's really big exercise, 10,000 personnel, 250 aircraft and so on. So it's really huge.
Marian, this operation is led by Germany, who had faced criticism for its response to the war in Ukraine in the early days. Is this a bit of a rebranding exercise for them also?
I think yes, because there is now government of Olaf Scholz. In the beginning of this Ukraine crisis, it was not so amused by supporting, but it was running by time. It was running, I can say, by pressure from Euro-Atlantic allies, and this supporting from German side is really significant. But there is one risk. What about popularity of this government of Olaf Scholz, which is on the lower levels like before? There is very popular now party AfD, for example, Alternative for Deutschland, which makes really nice numbers in polls, and their opinion on Ukraine crisis is really different. So we will see how will government respond, German government respond.
Marian, just briefly, in practical terms with regards to this training operation, what outcomes or targets is this exercise specifically focusing on?
I think it was planned for several years, and Germany will help to ensure NATO air forces at all if they are well trained or ready to respond together. So we can say about some boosting interoperability and preparedness to protect against aircraft, drones, missiles attacks on cities and critical infrastructure. So this is the goal. This is the specific goal of this big exercise. And other training events will include, for example, supporting group on ground troops or evacuation missions. So this is the goal.
Marian Duris, thank you from the Slovakian capital, Bratislava. Thanks for your input.